The first one, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Why this is a landmark program when it comes to India's history? This actually started very early as National Rural Employment Program, went on to become National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Okay, so first time it was about employment guarantee, right? This took a very major shape when they actually made it a law and they called it NREGA, National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, and in remembrance of Gandhiji, they called it Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee. This became a guarantee act, which simply meant what is the difference between a scheme and an act? This became a law. It was passed in the parliament and it became a law. So it is statutory, it is mandatory as such. So the law mandated that every rural adult will get a guaranteed job for 100 days. Every rural adult will get a guaranteed job for 100 days. Right. MGNREGA has been part of your prelims question paper and mains question paper for more than 5-6 times from 2008, 2009 till 2025. Okay. Look at the name, National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So, since agriculture is a seasonal occupation and rural areas unemployment becomes a major problem, seasonal unemployment becomes a major problem. The design of the program was such that in any rural area, right, in any rural area, an adult can seek for wage employment. This is not self-employment also, right? He can request or he can go register himself that he is in need of job. As soon as he registers, he will be issued a job card. Within 15 days of his registering, he should be given a job. If he is not, he should be given unemployment allowance. Okay? Now, 100 days of wage employment is a guarantee for every adult in a rural household. That on mane gobbre antanu enilla. Every adult in a rural household. 100 days of wage employment is guaranteed. That's how it started. Okay? Right. So it became such a famous program because one, on research of the first 3 years that it was implemented, it lifted a huge number of people above poverty line. So many of them were BPL became APL because they had continuous wage support. They are into agriculture. Whenever agriculture occupation is available, they will do that, and that gives them certain income security. In non-agricultural seasons, NREGA is there, which will give them jobs. So that gives them an additional job security. So over the year, they have benefit to one. So this became a hugely successful program. One, because it lifted a huge number of people above poverty line, and second, it benefited the weaker section of the society more. Most beneficiaries of this program were women, SC and ST and OBC class across country. That was also one reason it became very successful. It became so successful that United Nations Public Service Award was given to this. United Nations awarded this program for the impact that it has had on ground. Okay. Studies also showed that more than 60% of the expenditure of this scheme has gone on people rather than on logistics. Generally, ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಕೀಮಲ್ಲಿ ಖರ್ಚಾಗೋದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ logistics ಮೇಲೆ ಖರ್ಚಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. This program became so successful that more than 60% of the expenditure benefited people rather than the equipment and other logistics as such. That's how the program became. One first larger program that went on to become a law. It was mandated that every rural adult will get 100 days of wage employment. And then it further that it benefited the women, it benefited the weaker sections, that is SC, ST and OBCs. And then specifically large expenditure was going on to the human resource rather than expenditure on equipment and other logistics. Very, very successful program spread across the country. The opposition also at that point of time, because LK Advani was sent as a representative, he was the opposition leader, he was sent as a representative to the parliament, to the United Nations meeting, where he also as an opposition member even applauded this scheme. That's how it was. Okay. Very successful program. Many other countries emulated this program. In Brazil, in South Africa, they followed the tenth of this program of how government can be part of the idea. Okay, NREGA was a very successful program. There was criticism. What was the criticism? The criticism was this was a dig well, fill well program. What is the meaning of the idea? Now you have to give job, correct? See, first thing is, how can they play around in question? They say every adult across India. No, it is not across India. It is only rural. Number one. Number two, right? It is wage employment. It is not self-employment. It is unskilled labor. There is no need for skilled labor. You need not have a skill. You just need to register. So it is wage employment, unskilled labor, and rural. These are the three things where they have played upon. So you should know that.